I'm like a child, guys. I need to have like I needs to be extreme for me to get me interested. That's why it's hard for me to watch movies. If I can predict too much of it, it ends up killing the mood.
At
Ooh, the Discord killer. Look at this,
I'll put the
guys.
link in my
I
description.
could be a Discord killer. You wouldn't even know. Just kidding. I would never kill somebody. Actually, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. It depends on the situation. I would never kill a cat, though, or a pet, or something like that. I love my pets too much. Human, I'd probably do it. It wouldn't be too bad.
Huh?
It would be bad, but not...
based on Chinese mythology and tradition.
It wouldn't
released
hurt me
in
as
Europe
much.
and North America in 2008.
What's this?
Though not as popular in the West as many of its competitors.
You wouldn't be a very good killer. No, I put it. Well, how do you know that? I watch way too many serial killing documentaries.
Like World of Warcraft or...
I know how to hide a body, though. I know I've done a little bit of research on that, but that's because I was like, ew, why would you... I don't know. I've seen people like... Not seen. That sounds fucked up saying that. Like, there's this dude that like fleshed out his victim's body remains in a toilet. I'm like, what made you thought that was a good idea? And then he calls a plumber and he's like, oh, you know, sometimes I'd be shitting out skin. You know, it happens. I'm like, what?
Or Final Fantasy XIV.
Although I'm too empathetic. I don't like hearing people screaming. It just makes me annoyed. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
It still maintained an active and enthusiastic community of players.
I gotta think about noise,
that
I
logged in
guess.
almost every day to level and gear up. As anyone who's played an MMO for a prolonged period of time knows though, the games have a tendency to change quite dramatically over time.
Yeah.
In some players' eyes, not for the better. That too was the case with
Oh, you
Perfect
play that
World.
game?
As a result,
That could be a fucking panda god?
private
Yes.
server was established. Perfect World, Void, a tweaked version of the game. Since MMOs typically have you rely on other players to tackle challenges, and since the Perfect World Void community was so small, a Discord server was set up for players to
Okay.
plan events, discuss tactics, agree on trades, and simply kick back and chat. Almost all of the server's members were familiar with one another, though naturally, some members were more talkative than others,
Okay.
none more so than a terminally online player who went by the username Manaz. Manaz had gained something of a
That
reputation
cave looks
in the Perfect
old,
World Void
shit.
community, and was known for being an edgelord. He was frequently rude, dismissive, and
Of
confrontational,
course.
and often espoused his dislike for certain groups of people.
What?
He would also frequently make dark jokes about how he'd be going to jail in the near future, though nobody understood why. Some brushed his
Okay.
annoying contributions in the chat off as him being a troll and simply ignored him, though others took a firmer stance, especially when it came to his bigoted outbursts. This led to him being banned from the Discord server on at least one occasion,
Oh,
though he did
no.
manage to sweet talk his way back in.
Of course.
In the offline world, the user behind the account was a man named Manaz Zaman.
He looks like he'd be an edgelord already. Yes, guys. Of course, you don't know what things I can do to you while you're sleeping. I can stab you like 43 times. Because I'm a lot stronger than you. I don't know why he sounds like that in my head. That's what he looks like.
A 23-year-old from Markham, Ontario. His parents, Momotaz and Moniruz, had immigrated
Oh.
to Canada from Bangladesh in the late 80s in search of a more prosperous life.
Okay.
Manaz was born in 1996, followed by his sister, Melissa, in 1998.
Oh, Goddy, sweetheart. Lighten up on the dark highlighter. Or, oh, she's pretty, but the highlighter.
The family lived together, along with Momotaz's mother, in a 4-bedroom house just outside of Toronto. Given their cultural and economic background, Momotaz, and particularly Moniruz, encouraged their children to succeed at school and pushed for
Alright.
them to pursue high-paying careers.
That's good.
Expectations were high.
Yeah.
A former high school friend of Manaz described him as an average Markham kid, and neighbours called him a helpful sweetheart and the family's golden child.
Uh-huh.
Indeed, that did seem to be the case. Although academically gifted, his sister, Melissa, was rebellious and often disobeyed her father's strict rules, frequently sneaking out to go and party with her friends.
Yeah.
This led to him locking her out of the house on more than one occasion. In contrast, Manaz was a quiet and reclusive young man who mostly kept to himself, and as such, his parents weren't too concerned about their golden child's comings and goings.
Oh.
In 2016, Manaz began his engineering studies at the prestigious York University and was set to graduate 3 years later.
That's good.
At least, that's what he'd been telling his family.
Was he lying the whole time?
In actuality, Manaz had never been accepted to study at York University. He'd actually enrolled at the much less prestigious Seneca Community College, and had secretly dropped out after only 2 semesters. He
Oh,
had-
at least he did 2 semesters. That's not bad. But it's kind of like it's very damaging to tell your kids to be something. Like, you end up, like, shaping them to be something that they're not. Like, I feel like as a parent, you want to encourage more so. What do you want to be to grow up? Do you want to go to school? Is that even a choice? Is that an option on your table? What are your plans? However, like once they're an adult, though, I can definitely understand. Like, I can't let you live in this house for free, but like, like go ahead and like you can either pay me rent every month, or you can be going to school and doing something with your life, and then go from there, and then you don't have to pay rent. You know what I mean?
Didn't have the heart to tell his
Because I wouldn't. Me as a parent, if I was a parent, right?
parents,
I
fearing
think.
how
Oh, shut the fuck up! I'm talking, bitch. Anyways, if I was a parent and my kid's like graduated high school or whatever, I'd give like a couple months of just enjoy being a kid. But then like, all right, we need a what are we doing? You know, are we saving for a car? Are we? Because I mean, I'm probably gonna be too broke to give him a car, or at least I would have to earn her a car. Whatever. That's not the point. The point was, I'd probably have my kid pay me rent if he doesn't want to go to school, but I'd end up saving the rent money to give it back to him once he like establishes like a place to live, whether it's renting or buying a house or whatever it needs to be. Just to get back to him, like, oh, like I saved your money. I know you said like, oh, I need to. I know you said I need rent every month, but it's actually for you at the end of the day. I feel like that would be a good parent thing to do.
might react, and as such, he continued to lie to them, maintaining that his studies at York were going well. It was a lie that he had kept up for years. In a post on Discord made in 2019, Manaz would later confess, I started skipping uni the first year I entered. It was for mechanical engineering. Believe me, if I could rewind time, I would. But after failing half my classes, I had to repeat my courses. So for 3 years, I've been telling my parents I go to uni, when actually, I was hanging out at the mall 4 days a week.
What?
The mall's on the same route as my uni. I told my parents that my classes weren't that long, so I would just chill at the mall from 8 AM to 1 PM, while also going to the community gym.
You could have been studying that time if you wanted to fix it. What?
Manaz's afternoons and evenings were spent on the aptly named Perfect World, where he could escape the pressures of real life and assume a new identity, one over which he had full control. But
What?
Manaz had built himself a house of cards, one that would inevitably come tumbling down. After all, university degrees don't last forever, and his supposed graduation date was rapidly approaching, that date being July 28th.
He could have fucking gotten a job, like a part-time job during this time.
2019. He couldn't let his secret slip, and so he hatched a plan, one so twisted and despicable it defies comprehension.
Ain't no way he really thought, actually, I'm gonna kill my parents. It's gonna solve all my problems. Huh? How brain dead are you to think that was gonna solve your issues? What the fuck?
In the weeks leading up to Judgment Day, as it were, Manaz changed his Discord username. That is, until July 27th, 2019, one day before his supposed graduation, when Manaz took to the Discord server and left a simple, yet striking message. Gonna kill my parents and go to jail, yo. Shortly after, he posted a photo of what appeared to be a dead woman, along with the caption, "This is my mum."
Oh.
Though many found the messages and picture unnerving, most assumed this was just another one of Manaz's dark pranks, that he had taken the image from some other website and was making a tasteless joke, one that would, in all likelihood, get him banned from the server yet again. They felt the same when he later shared a photo of another corpse, one which he claimed belonged to his grandmother.
No way.
One user known as John, who knew Manaz better than most, thought otherwise. From the outset, John believed that Manaz was being serious.
One of those players
and
told
shared the
me
photos with
about
another
this
user.
when the photos released. Oh no, that's so stupid. Like, first off, why the fuck are you showing it off? It sounded like it was like a trophy thing. Like, ooh, now everyone's gonna know who I am. It's like getting attention. It's disgusting.
Named Nicole, a criminal justice student with knowledge of forensics. She had little doubt that the photos were of real murder victims and that they weren't staged, but acknowledged the possibility that they could have been lifted from the internet, possibly from a shock site. Nicole attempted a reverse image search, but found no matching results, nor could she find any matching images on forensic databases. There were no results indicating that he had simply pulled them from some random site, Nicole recounted. This was the real deal. John shared these findings with the rest of the Perfect World Void Discord server. Now believing that the photos were originals, and concerned that he may kill again, if he hadn't already, the gamers banded together and set about bringing Manaz to justice as soon as possible.
Yeah.
There was just one problem. Aside from his first name, they knew next to nothing about him. Not where he lived, how old he was, or even what he looked like IRL.
I mean, he probably talks so much shit in the goddamn Discord that you think you can find information about it. Just go
Many
back.
tried contacting Manaz directly, but got nothing but radio silence in return. In an effort to figure out where he was located,
It was
the
more of
members
a what the
contacted
fuck
Junior,
thing. Yeah.
a Costa Rican player who had gotten to know Manaz better than anyone else on the server. Junior made repeated efforts to contact Manaz, sending him message after message, until he finally responded. This may upset you, but I did it. And I'm gonna kill my father and sister next. Are you turning yourself in? Yes, of course. I deserve
Is he?
punishment.
I wish she talked about it.
She talked it out before doing it. It's been my plan for 3 years.
You really couldn't handle telling your parents, hey, I'm a piece of shit and failing and I've been lying to you 3 years. But you know what? I'm going to pack my bags and be gone. So you can yell at me if you want, but I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. What, like, killing your parents should have been the last thought. It should have never been a thought regardless. I just don't understand.
I literally told my parents my graduation date was July 28th. I couldn't have delayed it any longer. Should have talked it out with them, dude. This act was truly selfish.
Yeah, truly selfish.
I agree.
He don't give a fuck.
The Perfect World Void community were now in a race against time to stop Manaz before he could carry out his next set of slayings. They combed through his post history, and judging by the hours that he was most active, determined that he likely lived in the Eastern Standard Time Zone of North America.
Damn, that's smart.
An examination of his IP address pointed to Toronto.
Fuck! They really went the time like fucking superheroes. Whoa! Whoa, okay.
Unbelievably, after taking his family members' lives, Manaz logged back into Perfect World to level up his character. This gave one of the admins an
What a piece of shit. He was like, yeah, I just killed my parents at 2 o'clock. We're gonna probably kill my neighbors probably at 3. I could squeeze in like 15 minutes of this game real quick.
To trace a more precise IP address.
What the fuck?
This time, they managed to pinpoint a specific building on a particular street in Toronto. The group obtained a phone number for the landlord in the hope of identifying Manaz's apartment number. However, when they dialed the number, they realized that both the phone number and the associated address belonged to Manaz's internet service provider. What initially appeared to be a promising lead turned out to be a dead end, leaving them no closer to locating Manaz. Manaz continued to send more distressing messages to the Discord server. At 11:32 p.m, he wrote, I killed my mum and granny so far. Waiting for sister in 5 minutes.
Oh boy.
And then dad in 1 hour. As promised, Manaz came back online and sent John a picture of his lifeless sister,
Oh, fucking chorus. Damn it.
Melissa. This was accompanied by a photo of
He's literally doing it on purpose at this point. Like, there's no way of going back. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, you piece of shit? I know you shouldn't have done it, but I'm gonna kill my sister anyways. What? Why are you so determined? Oh my god. I hate him, man.
Manaz himself, holding a blade. The one he had used to end the lives of his...
Look at that. Look at that piece of disgusting human being. Just smirking over there thinking he's the shit. Yeah, you're nothing. You had to fight 3 women because I bet, oh, I hope your dad beat your ass.
family members. Manaz told John that his sister had fought back for at least 10 minutes before he finished her. In an effort to at least save Manaz's father, Monirus, many users reached out to a member of the Discord server based in St. Paul, Minnesota, who, in turn, contacted their local police department.
Okay.
He was then directed to the Toronto Police Department, who were able to obtain Manaz's physical address.
Good,
But this
good.
was too little, too late.
Are you kidding me?
I've just slaughtered my entire family.
How did your dad not be able to fight back? Are you fucking kidding me? He's a sweetie little dude. What the fuck? Ain't no way your dad. Did you like get him? Oh my god. I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. How did? Oh man. Oh man. This guy's never been beat in his life, and it really shows. It really shows. He needs real men to go beat his ass. Jesus Christ.
And will most likely spend my life in jail if I manage to survive. I hope I made you all laugh at one point or another. I hope you
No,
remember
fuck off. I hope you're forgotten and no one remembers you when you die.
the good times. I will miss you all. Knowing that the authorities had Manaz's address, the members of the Perfect World Void community kept him talking, distracting him so that he wouldn't be able to unalive himself or prepare for a final stand.
What a pussy. Oh my god.
Their strategy worked.
Surprise sec,
On
yeah, I
July
figured.
28th, 2019, police officers were dispatched to Castlemore Avenue in Markham. It was at that point that Manaz left his final message on the Perfect World Void Discord server. Police are here. Goodbye. He
Piece of shit.
immediately surrendered himself. When asked what they'd find inside the house, Manaz apathetically told officers, "You'll see." In various rooms, investigators discovered the lifeless
Aw.
bodies of Manaz's grandmother, Verosa, his sister, Melissa,
That's so
his mother,
sad.
Momatas, and his father, Monirus. They had all been hit over the head with a crowbar, and then had their throats sliced open. Thankfully, the members of the Perfect World Void server had saved every single message and picture that Manaz had sent them,
Yeah, but they couldn't save the fucking victims. That's
so although
sad.
he refused to give investigators a motive for his actions, they only had to look at his online activity to piece the case together. I did this because I don't want my parents to feel the shame of having a son like me. I chose to kill them instead out of...
Ugh, because you're fucking a coward. You're a fucking coward. And that's why you couldn't handle the critique. So you're like, you know what, I'll deal with myself. Oh, you piece of fucking shit. Sorry. I'm getting so angry about this.
Cowardice.
I hate people like
I know
this.
it might sound confusing, but what's done is done. And what had been planned has been concluded. I'm sorry if this makes you upset. Please try and remember the good times.
No, I don't want
In September 2020, Manaz pled guilty to 3 counts of first degree and 1 count
He got
of
what he
second
wanted.
degree.
He did it, like, he
was ultimately
he literally, all his closest family members are gone, so he doesn't get the shame of it as bad. I don't like that. I wanted at least his sister to live possibly or the dad, so he could live with the fact that he couldn't finish off what he was going to do.
Sentenced to life behind bars, without the possibility of parole, for 40 years. If he's ever released, he'll be a minimum of 64 years old.
Wow, that's old. Shit. But the problem is that since he's in the U.S., he's going to be taken care of for the rest of his fucking life. He gets to have food, he gets to have shelter, good food, by the way. Not good food, but generally better food. He gets to read books, he gets to play video games a little bit. Some are really cool about that. Hi, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and leave a like down below, and also leave a comment. If you don't know what to write, just tell me how much a piece of shit these people are, because I love talking shit about terrible people. Love you guys, and I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching this video. Bye!